What it do, Scooby Doos? Well, Merseyside derby. Was there ever a doubt? I think there was. Welcome to another Doghouse review. Let's get into it. The Merseyside derby was nail biting. For me, being a supporter of Liverpool, I was really and truly quite disgusted in the way we played. Here's the reason why, right? And throughout the game, we saw this, right? Everton were better on the ball. Everton were better in possession. Everton were better with the press. Everton were able to play through our midfield, play through our defense, and take opportunities that we couldn't seem to string together. So, what was actually lacking from our team? What was actually lacking in Liverpool going the other way? Here's what I think. Liverpool have reached a stage where they, and I'm gonna call it what it is, are just lucky, right? We were lucky that we didn't concede the first goal, and when we did concede it, we were lucky that it was offside, right? And then we were phenomenal in the restart of that game after the first goal was disallowed, and boom, Liverpool spring into life, spring into action, and Mo Salah's home our opener for the game, right? That was a fast-paced, quick-moving, and lightning attack that resulted in keeping the Everton defense completely unsettled and allowing us to capitalize on that opportunity. That's my first point. How is it that we were able to create that kind of opportunity and score a goal? Yet in all our other games, what do? We win the ball in defense, right? Pass it through the midfield, get it all the way up to our wingers, and what do we do then? Hmm. Sideways passing from left to right. Um, let's go backwards. So let's play some negative football, all in which we allow for the opposition to actually get back, set themselves up, and settle into a low block. Hmm. Do you think if we played fast-paced football, oppositions would get that opportunity? Uh, I'm just thinking. Maybe let me know in the comments, or yeah, just let me know in general because honestly, that's just what it seems like. It seems like if Liverpool play fast attacking football, they score goals and they look more threatening. Hmm. I wonder if Arne Slot ever thought about that. The second half starts and we have Beto equalizing for Everton, right? Again, a swift movement through them, and dare I say it, Gravenberch loses the ball, which allows them to pick the ball up, and literally within 3 passes, Beto is through on goal. Fast, quick, unsettled our defense, and we're finding the flaws in Ryan Gravenberch. Something that he was just exquisite at, just making a mess of things in the middle of the park on Sunday. So yeah, he had a real stinker of a game, and honestly, I believe that every opportunity that Liverpool had to go forward, whenever the ball was played through Gravenberch, he somehow seemed to fumble it. A misplaced pass, unable to control the ball. He makes a turn and turns into a cul-de-sac of Everton players. Trying to feed Mo the ball, passes the ball behind him, passes the ball too far in front. Not playing to feet when Liverpool players are asking him to play to feet. So Ryan Gravenberch really, for me, gets our dog box position, and I think he's the only player that gets to go into the dog box. Because Everton were amazing. Lo and behold, here comes Captain Virgil van Dijk, and he steers home a header that gives us all 3 points. It allows us to keep pressure on Aston Villa and Manchester United, and he keeps us in contention for that fifth place position. Um, but again, I say Liverpool were lucky. If you disagree with me, please let me know in the comments. Reach out to me on TikTok as well, and let me know why you think Liverpool weren't lucky. For me, it was a case of Everton were better, and I believe should have walked away with all 3 points. They looked more threatening going forward, and honestly, Liverpool looked lackluster. They looked confused, and at some point didn't know what they were doing in the middle of the park. So yeah, again, if you think that I am getting my synopsis of the game wrong, please just let me know, right? Because I'm at a stage now where I'm seeing that Liverpool are out of Champions League, out of FA Cup, out of the Carabao Cup. All we have to do right now is play for Champions League positions, right? So let's go all out. Let's go crazy. Let's be relentless in our pressing. Let's be relentless in our attack. And let's try and make sure that we secure fourth place, right? Let's tie it up. We got to play Villa. We still have to play Brighton. And honestly, Brighton look like they are the team that could push us all the way. So we've got those two big games that are coming up. So Onslaught, if you hear this, if you see this, please, my man, let's switch to attacking football for the remaining 4 games of the season. That would really do us a world of good. So this week we've had a lot of news that's coming out of the Liverpool stable, and the news is that Onslaught is the man for the job next season. Whew. I know a lot of fans around the world might be saying, he's not the man for the job, he's not the man for next season. We need to get in Xabi Alonso, we need to bring in Stevie G. Areola is available right now because he's walked away from Bournemouth. What do we do? What do we do? So, as a Liverpool faithful and a Liverpool supporter, my thoughts are this, right? And I know I said it in a few videos ago that I want slot out and all of these things, right? But it's not the Liverpool way. The Liverpool way is you back the manager to the end of the season. And at the end of the season, you see what's happened and you set objectives and you see whether he'll be able to achieve those objectives, right? That being said, Arneslot has 4 games left to prove that he can turn this around and he can make an impact next season. So my plea to all of you that are watching the channel, back the boys, back the badge, and let's hope that we can get 4 results from the remaining games. Okay, let's give him the opportunity to prove us wrong, that he can turn it around, he can make it work with what he's brought in, because right now Isak is fit, Vert is fit, Frimpong is also available. Ekitike is out, unfortunately, for the rest of the season, and it's also dashed his World Cup dreams. But let's see if Arne Slot can get this right. Let's see if he can turn things around and he can keep Liverpool in contention, because that is a goal that is achievable for us this season. And let us rather achieve that goal as opposed to not being in contention for it next season. So, who do we have in the dog box and who do we have in our top dog positions, right? So, like I've said already, Ryan Gravenberch gets dog box position, and I think that's where he's going to stay Let's hope the upcoming game this weekend changes that, or changes my opinion of it. But of late, I think he's just become a lot more sloppier on the ball. In terms of my top dog positions, well, I want to start with Everton, right? And with Everton, I'm going to give top dog position to Ghana and Brantworth. Yeah, Brantworth. To me, those two players really stood out. Their performances in both halves were exceptional. Brantworth obviously had to go off with an injury, but again, solid performances, really sticking their heels in and making it difficult for Liverpool to play around them, to influence the game the way they wanted to. But in the same token, for them influencing Everton's game, making Everton look more solid, a better unit, and mopping up things and making things work out for Everton. In terms of top dogs for Liverpool, I'm going to have to give it to the main man, the king, Mo Salah. Um, it's his last season, his last remaining games with us, and I haven't said anything about it, but I am going to be really sad when that man leaves Liverpool. I believe that he's an exceptional winger. I believe that he has carried this team when this team needed someone to carry it, and he's always played for the team. It's never been about him. Been about Liverpool. And for me, all of the press and all of the hype around him and Slot having their fallout, yeah, I was guilty of it as well. His numbers dropped, and immediately I'm like bashing Mo. But in honesty, when I look back at what Mo has given to us, 20 plus goals every season that he's been with us, and this season is the first season where he's dropped off. And I can only put that down to a change in tactic, a change in manager, a change in style of football, a style that didn't harness Mo's relentless pace and flair for cutting in and scoring goals. Um, so yeah, Mo definitely gets top dog position. And another player that I want to give top dog position to is Andy Robertson. Again, he's also leaving Liverpool at the end of the season, but that vast wealth of experience and knowledge is going to leave a massive hole on that left wing. And it's going to ask a lot of questions of Kirkes going forward. So those are my top dogs and my dog box for this week. Let me know your thoughts on who deserved top dog position and who deserved dog box position. And that's my review on the Doghouse review for the Everton vs Liverpool Merseyside derby, where Liverpool, I want to say comfortably won 2-1, but it wasn't comfortable. It was very uncomfortable for a lot of the second half. And yeah, let me know your thoughts on what you thought of the game. Let me know what you think about Liverpool and its current position, and let me know what you think about the slot situation, right? So, with all of that being said, this is me just letting you know to do good, be good, and if you can't be good, just be good at it.